Hello everyone, welcome back to Touch of Class. This is Tina. I know you haven't seen me in about 30 days, but I've been off because I got a big thing coming up. I'm having a black tie event that's coming up in September 2015. So I've been attending to that right now. But right now today, I'm glad to be back and welcome you all. And welcome Walter Epps.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good evening. I'm good.
This is my guest today. And he got a lot of things he would like to share with you and the audience, so I hope you enjoy our show today. So, with that being said, we are going to talk about Detroit Metropolitan Democrat Club. Okay, so you are the president and founder of the club, am I correct?
That's correct.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. You know what? Each club, a Democratic club, a Democratic club. Let me go back a little bit. A Democratic club functions as a local communities to push the a local community's democratic process, and our goal, our vision, is to during an election season to encourage people to get out and vote. I mean, that's one of our big pushes, the reason why we exist.
Okay.
And secondly, when there's an off season, what we do is we just push the political agenda.
Okay.
We want to bring people to understand the democratic side of reasoning.
Okay. You hear that, audience? Take notes of this. This is very important for our community and our whole city to understand what we're talking about. This is very important for our people to learn something different and to gain information. Now tell me how and why you started the Detroit Metro Democratic Club, please.
Well, Tina, I'll tell you. Back in 2010, I decided to run for political position. I ran for sheriff in Wayne County.
Okay.
During that process, I learned a lot. In fact, that was the most involvement that I had with politics in my whole life, other than going out and voting for a particular candidate. Again, I learned a lot. I developed a deep interest in the political process, especially the democratic process. I consider myself a strong Democrat, a dedicated Democrat. And going back to 2010, when I ran for sheriff, in my opinion, I didn't think I knew enough about politics. You know, I was still learning. I was going through a learning phase, but I knew a lot about the sheriff's department.
Okay.
About being a police officer. So that's why I ran for sheriff. Afterwards, after that political season was over, I stayed involved with community and different organizations and a democratic process. I joined several democratic clubs outside the city of Detroit, and I learned a lot through those clubs. Being affiliated with those different clubs allowed me to understand how the democratic process worked.
Okay.
So it encouraged me to establish a club in Detroit. And when you think about it, when you go back, is there a Detroit Democratic Club? I mean, we have Wyandotte Democratic Club, a Roseville, we have a Northville Democratic Club. There's a lot of Democratic clubs out there, but there's not a Detroit Democratic Club.
Okay. All right. Wow. It's powerful information. I hope everyone's listening and tuned in. I'm having a great time sitting here. I'm learning something today myself. So with that being said, I'm going to the next question. So what was your vision and how is this club different from the typical community organization?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Whenever an individual comes up with a concept, an ideal, such as this, the Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club, I think that it has to be fresh, it has to be different. And what separates us from other clubs is our diversity, the city of Detroit is the largest city in the state of Michigan.
Okay.
So that speaks volume with diversity itself. What makes us different? What makes us different from other clubs is how we plan to attract people, individuals, to the democratic process. How we plan to encourage people to vote and to get more involved in politics.
Yes. Okay. That's a perfect answer. I am enjoying myself again. Once again, I am feeling like this is just a great day. And it's a good day to understand that Democrats are so important and voting is much more important with our community. So I would like to ask you, tell me some of the things that you have already done with the Democratic Club.
Well, I'll tell you, since 2010, after the election, after I ran for sheriff in 2010, I pretty much kept myself busy, involved with other clubs and other community organizations. And to this point, what I've done with the club, what the team and I have done with the club, is we're advertising. We're pressing the issue, pretty much.
Okay.
We want people to understand what the Detroit Democratic Club is and what we represent.
Okay. Wow. So, okay, moving right along. Please tell me about your team, how they fit in with things altogether.
Right now we got a small, close-knit team. Whenever you talk about a team concept, it involves individuals with similar interests but different backgrounds. And again, as I mentioned earlier about that diversity, we bring a diverse background with our group.
Okay.
Although we're all from the city of Detroit, everyone is, my immediate team members are born and raised in the city of Detroit. Our education is in the city of Detroit. We're more diverse in the effect that everyone is spread out, lives in a city in Wayne County. Romulus, Detroit, Canton, and what each team member brings pretty much is that functionality from the area that their local city in Wayne County.
Okay.
They bring that function to that diversity to the Detroit Democratic Club.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this without even going looking at anything. Is it complicated or is it hard to join your club?
You know what? Joining the club is easy. It's simple. All you simply have to do is raise your hand and say, hey, look, I want to be a member. That's what we want. That's what the Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club is about. It's about encouraging people to bring them in to learn and be involved in the democratic process.
Okay.
But one thing I would like to say, another thing that separates us from the traditional Democratic Club is we're not pushing membership right now. There's not a big push for membership. I think when we push for membership, it kind of gets us off track, off the main idea on the focus of our main objectives.
Okay.
So right now we're not pushing membership, although one day we do plan to have everyone in metropolitan Detroit join our club. Right now there's not a big push. But again, raise your hand and say, hey, I want to be part of it, and you're in.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a part 2 of this because I think this is so important, and I think you all need to understand what we're talking about today and how to get aboard with Walter Epps and this Metropolitan Club. So with that, I think it's real important for us to be focused today, and I also think that we're going to do another show. She didn't want to be seen on camera, but the Vice President also is here present in the studio audience today. She's here as well. How you doing?
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome. And that's why we're going to have a part 2 and discuss this again a little further so you can understand a little more information about the president and the vice president of Metropolitan Club here in our community. So let me move on. Okay, tell me some of the things you have planned in the near future for the club.
You know, I could talk all day on this. Remember, the focus of the club is to reach out and touch everybody.
Mhm.
Each and every individual that we could touch in metropolitan Detroit and out further. That's our plan. That's what we plan to do. And what we plan to do, another thing that separates us is how we plan to function with other organizations. Collaboration. When I ran for sheriff a few years back, one of the things that I was big on was collaboration. And that's what we plan to do with other organizations. We plan to collaborate and be a part of whatever processes that encourages and brings positive effects to the community.
Okay. All right. So what besides politics have you involved yourself in? Can you explain that one to me and the audience?
Besides politics, you know what, in general about me, I retired. I'm a retired police officer from Wayne County Sheriff's Department. Again, I retired in 2010, and that's when I got involved in politics. But since I retired, I keep myself active in politics.
Okay.
I'm in the Navy. I'm in the United States Navy, so I keep myself busy with the Navy.
Okay.
I think at some point we all have to serve our country in some form or another, however that may be, and this is my way of doing it, being an officer in the United States Navy. Education-wise, I am back in school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to further my education, and I'm going in the direction of business. What I would like to do is capture how business works, how business, or get a better understanding, I should say, how businesses work. Because politics is a business. Politics is business. And when you understand how business functions and how people move through organizations and the community, I think it works for the individual and the community itself.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. And I appreciate you saying you in the service and he's helping us. You know, that's an important gift. People don't take that. They take that lightly. I think that's really important. It's very critical to our city, to our whole being. Period. I'm proud to say you're in the Navy.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, people, we are moving right along. We have more questions and more things to talk about. Mr. Walter Epps. And it's sound. Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question and we're going to go to break. It sounds like you have some ambition. Tell me what else might be for you.
Well, you know what, down the line, I think since I am involved in politics the way I am, I'm learning. I think, I'm learning something every day. I talked about business earlier, expanding my business concepts. Later down the line, I do plan to run for a political position again, somewhere in the metropolitan Detroit area, Wayne County. So my involvement with politics is kind of twofold. I want to serve the community in that capacity and answering and finding solutions, and then eventually moving on to a position where I can serve the community in a different way.
Soon, I hope.
Oh yeah, very soon.
All right. Okay, should I say what is in your political future? Soon, you'll be running for office, hopefully 2016 maybe?
Yeah, that's 2016 is around the corner.
Exactly.
That's a big year, as a matter of fact. It's presidential races in 2016. It's a big race. And this is a time where Detroit or a Democratic club is really useful during a big election like that. Of course, we want to get as many people out as we can. We want to encourage as many people as we can to vote.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so with that, with 2016 being an important year for that, we will be very busy with the Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club. But at in the same note, the same conversation, I think that there is a possibility that I may run for a political position in 2016.
I'm hoping so. We need men like you in our community. I'm serious. Sometimes we need to sit down and really look and focus and know who we are dealing with. A lot of these people running for office, we don't even know who they are.
And that's huge. It's important that you say that. A part of that political process is for people, for individuals, to know who they're voting for, to know who those individuals who are stepping up to represent them in whatever position that they're running for. It is our responsibility to know who those individuals are.
Exactly.
Before we vote.
Exactly. That's why a lot of people in our community don't vote, because they don't even know half the people that's on the ballots.
And you know what, the big thing too is in general, and I'm guilty of this myself a few years back, is people just don't know politics. You know, the interest is just not there for a lot of people, so they don't know enough about politics to get involved. They're just not interested in it.
Well, I remembered you when you ran. I was hoping that you won myself, but you never gave up. So, is there anything you would like to add before we go to break?
You know what? Just earlier, before we started, you made a good point in how important this is. Politics, the conversation that we're having now about politics. I do want to stress that. I want to stress just how important it is. Remember, this is my job. This is what I intend to do as president of Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club.
Right.
Is encourage voters, is to get more people involved in the political process.
Okay. Audience, are you listening? He said, and said it again, he's trying to get more people involved. And that's what we need to do in our community. So people, please, you need to be prepared and look out for this man, because he's running for office. And I hope everyone pick up and vote. And we're going to do another part where he's going to have a nice conversation and tell you what he's running for. And we'll be able to get a chance to talk to his vice president. And so in the next few minutes, we can ready to go to break. I have some announcements I would like to say before we continue and end our show. So I would like to thank you, and just stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Such a Class. I hope you're enjoying our show. I'm having a very good time. I have a couple announcements before we get back to our show. Before we get back to Walter Epps, he is here on our show today, and I'm so happy to have him here. He's given a lot of good information about our community, about the Metropolitan Club. He's the president, and we also have the vice president in our audience here today. So let me say a couple of things before we get back to him, so he can give you some more information that you need to jot down, and make sure you take note of what's going on today with our community as well. Okay, 21600 Greenfield, Salon T is at Suite 104. Make sure you go visit Tony. She's been on my show before. We've done her. And also, it's another place called Hutch's. He used to be at Northland, but he moved to a new location. The new location is also at 21600 Greenfield at Suite 102. So please make sure you visit them. And also, I work at George Washington Carver. I'm a school teacher there. And also, I'm there still. So please come and enroll your children. July the 6th, we have a summer school all the way through the year of school. So when school starts back at 14510 2nd Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan. So make sure you do, and ask to speak to Charles Gordon, the superintendent. Also Waters Singh, he's the president of the school as well. So make sure you take a note, mothers, and come visit our school. And last but not least, my Black Tie event is going to be held September 2015. Invitations only. We are going to have live guests. It's a social media program. It's promoting my talk show. And since I promote everyone else's business, I am going to have this for the audience as well. We're going to have a VIP, one guest. You can give us a call also at 313-633-5915. We're going to have food, music, and entertainment. And we also going to have a special guest, which will be you in VIP. So make sure you give this number a call if you'd like to come to be my special guest and sit at my table with me. So please make sure you do that. And thank you. And I think this now is time for us to go back to the show. Welcome back.
Good to be
Wow.
back.
All right, thank you. So is it more information? Oh, excuse me. If you just now tuning in, this is Detroit Metropolitan
Democratic Club.
Club. And we here with the president, sitting here with Walter Epps, sitting here, and also the vice president is in the audience. Please give us a little more information that you would like to give us before we go off the air today.
Well, you know, at first, if I didn't give you information earlier, you could see us at DetroitMetroDemClub.com, see what we're all about, learn about our team and our vision. Our vision statement is right on the website. Most importantly, earlier we talked about what, as an organization, we plan to do, what our objective, our mission is. So I just want to get back to that just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. The Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club will function
Okay.
with other community organizations in collaboration
Okay.
to encourage the vote, encourage individuals to get out and vote. You know, that's our number one goal. Secondly, we plan to one thing that we plan to do is is pass on the democratic process. It is important for individuals to understand, to know and understand the democratic process, why we are Democrats
Okay.
in the first place. And everybody should know why they're a Democrat. And if you don't know why you're a Democrat, then please see us. Please see us at the Detroit Metropolitan Democratic Club. Visit us on the website, DetroitMetroDems.com. And by all means, our contact information is on the website also. Another thing, earlier you asked me a little bit about myself. And just to expand on that, I would like to say that in my business endeavors, I am pursuing an MBA. I do have a degree in accounting, and I practice accounting. In fact, my job in the military, I'm an accountant in the military. That's what I do.
Okay.
I push numbers.
Okay.
So I do understand the business process.
Okay.
So in the event next year, in 2016, when it's time for me to run for an office, whatever office I decide to run for, I do have a business concept.
Okay.
Again, you heard me say earlier that politics is business. In any office, whether it's state representative, mayor of the city of Detroit, even the president of the United States, it's an office and it has to be managed. And that's what my background is.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Touch a Class. I'm so glad to be back. I apologize for not being here for 31 days. I'm sorry about that, but I came back with a big bang. I think this was a very good show, and I enjoyed myself being here with Walter Epps, President.
Thanks for having me.
You're
I
welcome.
had a good time.
Thank you for being here. And I appreciate his vice president for sitting in the audience. But we're going to have a part 2 of this show. We're not done because I want to make sure that she sits up here on the panel as well with us, just like we are sitting here. But thank you so much. I enjoyed being here. I enjoyed the show today. And I learned a lot myself about voting. Even though I vote, I do really. But the club by itself, just to know about it and for you to try to join, make sure you do that website again. What is your website one more time before we leave?
DetroitMetroDems.com.
Okay. Is there a phone number that you would like to leave?
You know what? You can go right to the website. The everything about the Dem Club is right on the website.
It's right on the website. So audience, take note of that as well. So go to their website, make sure, I'm going to make sure that his name, President Walter Epps, is on there, the bottom of the screen, and also the website, so you all can tune in and make sure you look at it and you get more information about what he does and what she also do as well. And I thank you very much, and I appreciate you this evening. And we'll be back with part 2. The next show will be with them. And thank you again for joining us this evening. That's Touch of Class, and good night. Release My Black Tie event is going to be held September 2015. Invitations only. We are going to have live guests. It's a social media program. It's promoting my talk show. And since I promote everyone else's business, I am going to have this for the audience as well. We're going to have a VIP, one guest. You can give us a call also at 313-633-5915. We're going to have food, music, and entertainment. And we also going to have a special guest, which will be you in VIP. So make sure you give this number a call if you'd like to come to be my special guest and sit at my table with me. So please make sure you do that. And thank you. And I think now it's time for us to go back to the show.
My name is Mike Duggan, and I'm watching the Bell Global Network.
Hey, keep it locked. It's your boy D. Hattie watching the Bell Global Network. You know how it is.
Hi, I'm Charlie Langton, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
Hi, this is Martha Reeves, and you're watching Bell Global Network.
What's going on, y'all? It's Mr. Bell. Some know me as Antone Quarboy Bell. Others know me as Elder Antone Bell. I am co-CEO of Bell Global Network, BGN TV 2090. And I want to invite you right now to get your own broadcast. Calling all ministries, all politicians, all business owners. Get your own broadcast right now, starting at $99. And if you have an idea for a TV show, we can bring your idea to reality. We have packages available that includes production and facilities. Also, we have advertising packages starting as little as $25. So don't hesitate. Give us a call at 313-355-7877. Once again, that's 313-355-7877 to make an appointment today.
You never ever let me down, and when I'm sinking in sin, you never ever let me drown. You're my lifeguard, my security. You took my insecurities and put me in the lion's den and took out all the fear in me and gave me unlimited, undeniable faith. In your arms, I'm safe.
Alice Consultation Services, LLC. Experienced professional social work practitioner. Path to a better life starts here. 2 locations, Harper Woods and Detroit. We can help you improve your memory. We specialize in how to improve your memory workshops, including individual, family, group, and mental health services. Also, services includes lifestyle changes, in-home care, utilities, disability, adult daycare, nursing homes, substance abuse community resources, therapeutic training sessions, spiritual counseling. We have different payment plans to fit your needs. Call today and make an appointment and allow us to serve you. Once again, Alice Consultation Services LLC. For more information, call 313-615-6323. Once again, that's 313-615-6323.